check. What is up, everybody? How are our levels today? Let's see here. We're learning every day. We're progressing. Hopefully I got my audio good. Got my mics turned up. Learned a little thing or two about a lav mic. Kind of reconfigged some stuff. Greetings, greetings. Never let the machines win. Tinkerz, practical in the house. Good. Everybody's jumping on. Hey, M-Dub. What's up? Well, welcome to another HumpDay RepRapUp. I am Pooch. I am your host, also known as Repcord, also known as Alan. I have many different names I go by, but you know, I am happy to be back on the scene. I took a little time off, had some personal business to attend to, but I am pumped to be back and got a couple of interesting things I want to talk about today. I'm going to try to keep it short today. Odie's in the house. Hey, buddy. I'm going to try to keep it short today, maybe 30 minutes or so, just because I got a bunch of other stuff going on. But hello, Primarily Print 3D. How are you? And Nick, that's TMI, buddy. But I'm glad you like the intro song. So can I get confirmation everybody's hearing me okay? Because I turned the monitoring off so I don't feedback when I'm going. So are the levels good today? Is everybody content with how I sound? Okay, all right, hold on. I should have learned this last time. It's dinner time for Doggy. And he comes in and bugs me. Come on. There you go. Quick break for feeding animals. And we're back. All right, so today, let's jump in. Today I wanted to, it's a little bit soft. Let me see if I can't boost it up. Bring the little lav closer. Last time I learned, I had the lav pinned to the top of my collar, and it seemed like every time I turned my head to the side, it would crank up, but we'll see. Yeah, sorry, you couldn't see Odie. He was off screen, but just about this time of day, every day, my dog comes into the office looking for grub, and I forgot to feed him ahead of time, so that's what I was doing. All right, so without further ado, let's jump in. I wanted to show off, this is the new hotness on Thingiverse right now. This is Squizzel by Luby3D, and I'll bring him or her. I think he could be either. But I've been testing out this new gray filament that one of my previous suppliers sent me, and I thought, what better thing to print than a nice gray squirrel? And I think there's two things I'm hoping to accomplish with this. Come back over to the close-up cam. Let's jump over here real quick. Boom. So the first thing you'll see, like, I did a really rapid print. This is a speedy print. This guy cranked out, this is 175% of normal. And I did it on my Hatchbox Alpha Betamax I call him, just to see in vase mode like how he would come out. And I intentionally did, if you guys have ever done vase mode before, you're well aware that oftentimes the top and any of the severe overhang areas are subject to some serious drooping, even at a really thick extrusion. This was a 1.2 mil extrusion, had it running 40 millimeters a second in vase mode. I'd say it came out surprisingly clean considering just how quick I threw it up there. A little bit of artifacting down here under the acorn, but I'll tell you what, for no supports, I thought I was pretty happy with it. And what I wanted to get into is some practical use of 3D printing pen. So I've also gotten a bunch of 3D printing pens to sample from various suppliers to try to patch some of this stuff up so that anytime you run a print and you've got some holes, but maybe it's within acceptable norms if you can just kind of patch and sand. That's what I want to experiment with. So this week I'm going to tease that today, and then I'm going to get my little mobile desk in here, and then I'll put in the queue for the deep dive, a more detailed run of what that is going to look like and entail should you want to pick up a 3D printing pen like this one. But before I do that, I teased also on the Twitters that I got a package from our good friend Krusty this past week actually. I've been sitting for a while. And I thought it was time to do a live unboxing of that. And so we're going to do that first because we're going to get practical here. And so, of course, all right, yeah. Today, we are sponsored by none other than Practical Printing himself. How's that for an unboxing, Chris? I'll bet you love that. Throw it at the camera. I gotta work on my magic mic next time. Yeah, I bet you love that. Shut that down. Yes. All right, so we got our practical out, and we're about to get a little bit practical. We're gonna try to get practical with this 3D printing pen. See how well this works. So. If you've never experienced one of these, typically they're marketed for kids to do tracing and doodling, and I would say a 3D printing pen is probably the equivalent of like a like puffy paint in terms of crafting ability. I mentioned before it's you can kind of work up in 3D, but with PLA especially, unless you've got it like some severe cooling and stuff going on, it's really hard to come upward and whatnot. But as a practical matter, I have found that a 3D printing pen in a pinch, when you have issues like this on your print, let's see, get a little more detail. Oh, Greg kicking down, what a guy. What a guy, the great benefactor that is, Greg's the Great. Thanks, buddy, I appreciate that. We're letting this guy warm up really quick. I had it warmed up, but then it went into auto sleep, so, that's what I get. I try to be prepared, and then best laid plans. But anyway, while this guy's heating up, going for practical use, so I haven't done this too much. I have played with it a little bit for, small details like this, where you've got a little bit of holes. That's a pretty big gap right there to mend. So for something like this, ideally you want to be messing in your slicing. If you're using like a Simplify 3D, doing something like multi-height processes so that you can actually get a little bit more infill, or some infill in this case at the top, to prevent this kind of dramatic, droopy, saggy voids from happening. But in this case, I thought I'd try giving the pen repair a try, and it looks like we're ready, so I'm going to start extruding. So the cool thing about this pen is you can double tap and it'll just continuously feed. So we'll start to get some of the hot molten goodness out of there. And then when you tap it again, it'll turn off. Or you can just hold it down and it'll extrude only while you're going. And so, you know, in this kind of scenario here, let me see if I can get the cam in a little bit better on this corner. Rolling down. There we go. How's that? We're just going to mimic what the printer does and just kind of do a little zigzag. And it's okay if it's rough right now because we're going to do some patching and sanding. And I'm not going to do, you know, the whole shebang here right now. This is just to kind of give you guys a preview of what I had in mind. And you can see it's not terrible to work with. It's a little bit saggy and stuff. So we're patching the bald spot. Maybe you want to embrace the bald spot and turn it into a piggy bank, you know? There's an idea, especially anytime you do a little vase mode. So you can do like a concentric infill or whatever. I'm getting a little bit rough with it here, but the idea is fill in the gaps and let it harden. Use your manual cooling, and then we'll try giving it a little light sanding and see what that does. You know, it's funny too because I think a lot of the I don't know what to say, fear around these pens is that, oh, they're hot and you can't let a kid handle something like this. Yeah, I mean, it's hot, but it's pretty well contained. I mean, I can touch this. You're not going to want to grab the very tip of it, but it's really not terrible. And just with a little, you know, training and whatnot, you can show them how to do it. And so, you know, what's kind of cool about it is why it's in a semi-molten state, you can actually kind of use your finger to kind of blend it in. So depending on how, you know, how detailed and fine you want to get, you can play with it. So I'm going to experiment with this a bit more and hopefully put a video together on this and then see what finishing it, you know, looks like. Got a little bit, looks like I got a little bit extra filament from last time. The other thing is if you press the tip down on the existing stuff, it'll actually melt it a little bit to kind of bond it in there a little bit better. So, you know, hey, it looks a little bit rough right now, but hopefully with a little finishing that'll clean up. So more on that later. We'll see how that goes. All right, demonstration number 1 done, and away goes the table. Look at that, huh? All right, let's put Squizzel back over here. Squizzel for shizzle. And he can just hang out right here in the guest seat. Yeah, it's like a hair club for squirrels. Very good, Dan. I love it. Okay, item number 2 that I had on the agenda. So I've been packing up some stuff and moving some things around to prepare moving the office. And I came across the first thing I ever 3D printed. And it's not terribly exciting. It is just a demo print that came with the Hatchbox Alpha when I had originally got it way back when. But I was kind of nostalgic to find the first thing I'd ever printed, the little OK symbol, which I'm told may have other meanings in other cultures, so this may not be appropriate for some other cultures. I don't know. So my apologies if this offends you. I keep holding it up, but you know, I thought it was cool, and I was curious. Tell me in the comments what was the first thing you guys ever printed? Was it something that just came with your printer, or did you actually download something for Thingiverse? Do you even remember what the first thing you printed was? Monkey paw, yeah. It's got a little hole in it right there. So looks like maybe it was meant to be a keychain or something. I don't know. Printers come with prints. Well, the SD cards that come with the printer come with prints. Sometimes, oftentimes, if they're not corrupted, as in, you know, the case with the CR10 sometimes and whatnot. Greg the Great says, we do not want to know what his first print is. Yeah, we... Thanks. Thanks for sparing us that detail, Greg. Cyber Dustin printed a calibration cube. Very practical. First thing Practical printed was a replacement part for his printer. Also very practical. The OK Hand was primarily Print 3D's first print too. Hey, look at that. A 10 millimeter calibration cube. So Keith didn't want to splurge for the 20 mil. He just went with the 10. A dual extrusion traffic cone? You started with a dual extrusion. Now that's something, Nick. Hey, hello Heather. How are you today? Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully we're not interrupting your dinner. I'm glad you made it. All right, so give me more first prints. That's a good one. Let's see. Let's talk about testing new filament. So I mentioned Squizzel was done with some new filament. And let's go back. Let's go back to our desk. I need an assistant. You know what's funny is I was looking for gaffer's tape earlier just so I wasn't tripping over some of the wiring I was running, and then it occurred to me that I would really love to have a gaffer to go with that, but and probably a grip, a dolly grip. You know all those people that you see at the end of the movie credits? Oh, here we go. Today's stream is brought to you by acetone. Acetone, whenever you need to melt ABS, except no substitute. Also good for gluing ABS together if you've ever tried that, or the vapor polish. That's a lot of fun. I just had that out for something else I was working on, so we'll put that there. Ooh, look at these goodies I'm teasing for last. We'll do that in just a second. All right. The workspace. I have to find a bigger space. Ugh, too much stuff. All right. All right, so check out this box. This is one of like 10 boxes that showed up at my door like on a pallet the other day from an old supplier that is begging for me to come back because they had given me a bum batch of stuff in the past, and I gave them the boot, and they're like, no, like we'll replace it. Give us another chance. And so the gray spool that's up here. This gray is some of that stuff that I've been testing out. And I gotta say, there is something about the color gray, like gray filament, that it gives a finish to stuff that just, like there's something about the way the light hits it or what. Like I really like gray, and I know a lot of people love that Filamentum gray as well. And I'm not entirely sure what it is, but there's something about the sheen of it or whatever. It just kind of lets you see good detail. The color's not too overwhelming. It's not too bright. It's not too dark. It's kind of a nice color to print stuff with. And you know, with the color correction and stuff, I don't know if you get the true sense of it. Here's some parts. Let's do this. Well, obviously you see Squizzel, but you know, here's some other parts and stuff that I've been printing with it, and it's probably like the gray. If you've ever seen like electrical conduit, it's that gray. So it's a medium darkish gray. But anyway, got a ton of filament that I am currently trying to test out, and it occurred to me, rather than try to do this all myself, because I just don't have the time and energy to do this, in addition to our fabulous giveaway here, boom, today, I'll select a winner for this. I am also going to pick 3 people, if you're interested, and we'll find out who wants to put their name in the hat. I would assume, I think I'm just going to put everybody's name in the hat, and if you want to pass, we'll just pass along to somebody else. That I'll send a couple of these spools to, and you can print whatever the heck you want, and let me know if it works for you, if it's too brittle. Like, this is not on the market currently. This is being vetted, but from what limited stuff I've seen so far, it's okay. I had noticed that when I left a spool open for a week, with it feeding into the printer, I came back and it had done that break off just from the stress of it being flexed out, which is generally a fail for me, unless that happens to be some sort of weird one-off or whatever. So I'm trying 3 different spools, doing a bunch of prints, and then I run it through my battery of other tests and stuff too to see how it performs. At least with the gray, I'm not feeling it, but I will tell you this, that I get dramatically different results on color a lot of the time too, depending on what they're using for dyes and additives and whatnot. So I'll put together a couple of packs for anybody else that wants to help me beta test for now, and I'll ship that off to you as part of the giveaway as well. But these are also, they happen to find the spool dimensions that I like. They didn't put them on a clear spool because those clear ABS ones are definitely more pricey than these black polystyrene that you see more commonly. But what is cool about it is it happens to be compatible with, I don't have enough length, we're gonna have to angle, happens to be compatible with the MakerBot slots. Right there you can see exactly what I was talking about. It just broke off right there. So no bueno in that regard. But you know, hey, maybe for some non-critical prints or something like that, it might be nice to have on. But it fits perfectly in the Mini. It fits perfectly in the Gen 5s and stuff. I like that size spool because it's got a good size barrel and it's a good compromise of different stuff, and you know, the holes and stuff in it are good. But hopefully we can crowdsource the testing a little bit and see how it goes and see what people think, and see if it's worth it. I think it's pretty unimpressive when you send stuff to replace and try to get somebody to come back and it breaks on you. So obviously they weren't doing any cherry picking there in the batch, but we'll see. Like I said, I've only tried the gray. Hopefully some of the other colors are better, but hey, you know, sometimes you lose. Cowboy, oh, hazy purple, purple haze. Yep, that's my Max Line stuff. That's a totally different supplier. I know you've been asking for it, and I promise those are still going to list live this week. My major constraint right now is I'm like less than a week out for traveling back east for Maker Faire and for some print demo, my Adopt-A-Bot thing that I had mentioned. So I am in crunch time getting the bots built that I had promised. I've procrastinated as always down to the last minute, the last week. So I'm charging hard on that this week, and that's been my primary focus, getting those all working. So, but I know I want to get those up. What I ended up doing was I took some of my 8-packs down from Amazon that had all those different cool colors that people have been teasing. Print 3D, Jeff over at Print 3D did an awesome video. Thank you so much for that, Jeff. That was really cool of you. He did an awesome vid. Go check that out on his channel on the Purple Haze and the box that we're about to give away now, the 3-pack of the V line. And I'm awaiting more results from him on that. And also, if you follow Jatman, he's I'm gonna sponsor his feed, I think in 2 weeks when I'm back from Maker Faire, and he's been doing a bunch of testing with his stuff, and look, the results have been promising too. So I love that. You know, I'm getting out in front of people. It's you're getting as honest a reviews as you possibly can, and I love the support. I've already had a bunch of people, you know, email me, message me, and say like, "Hey, I got some of your stuff," and if you've and here's a small beg for you. If you have picked up some of my stuff and you haven't left a review yet on Amazon, Amazon has like completely redone their review process and what they will allow and stuff. So, you know, reviews really matter in terms of getting the word out. And unfortunately, there's some less savory competitors out there that'll, like, you know, throw up crummy negative reviews without giving any kind of, you know, example. And unfortunately, you know, I fallen victim to that, which is, you know, I'll ask follow-up questions like, they're like, this stuff is terrible, and that's all they say. And I'm like, can you tell me what kind of problem you're having? Would you be interested in me replacing it? Do you think you got a bum bat? Like, just nothing, no commentary and stuff. So, you know, that kind of stuff's always shady and suspicious. But rather than worry about that, really, it's like you got to focus on the good stuff and go from there. Awesome, Heather. I'm so glad to hear that you're doing Ari's prints with the RepCord stuff. I saw some of those earlier, and I'm excited to see more of how those come out. All right, so should we do a little giveaway? The reason you're all here, really. I know. I want to believe that you are here for my shining face, but the truth is, you just want some swag, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. So let me pull up the prize winner generator. I forget what I used. I should have bookmarked that. And we'll start. Here we go. Random name. My mini web tool random name picker. Boom. And let's see here. All right. So here's the rules for tonight. I'm gonna put everybody that I see in chat in here. And I know like some of you guys want to bow out and all that stuff. If you win and you didn't want to be part of it, then you may tell me who you would rather I give it to. You may donate it to somebody. However, I don't want to deal with like figuring out who to pull people out and all of that stuff. So I'm sure you're going to have no problem figuring out who to give filament to if you decide that you have too much or you don't need it or whatever excuse you might have. So with that said, I'm just going to pull up. Everybody give me some love in the chat so your name shows up in the participants here. And then I'm just going to throw everybody in there, save myself. And if you're lurking and you're not logged in, you will not be seen. So let's see here. Right now, oh, we lost somebody. Maybe they logged out to log in. Who knows? All right. All right, so this is the list of names I've got right now. So speak now or forever hold your peace. I got Pyro, I got Chels, I got Cyberdustin, I got Dan, I got Greg the Great, I got Heather, I got Matt, I got M-Dub, I got Nick, I got Never Let the Machines Win, I got Plastic Cowboy, and I got Practical Printing. Is that all? Oh, wait. Matt, you jumped on there. Lurker. Matt Johnson got in under the wire. We got a couple Matts tonight, huh? It's Matt night. Boom, 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 boom. What'd you guys think of the old Genuine from the old Deep in the playlist? I know you liked it. I know we got a bunch of Magic Mike fans out there, or at least some Channing and his Tatum fans. Oh, okay, here we go. Let's see. Pyro, Chels, Cyberdustin, Dan, Greg, Heather, Matt Johnson, Matt Weber, Nick, Never Let the Machines Win, boom, Plastic Cowboy, Practical. Oh, Primarily Print. He's probably shouting at me. Not here. Yeah, you can never, that's true. You can never have too much filament, right, Dustin? Primo Print. I know he wants to win some. And hey, you got a lot of chances tonight. So if you don't win, I'm going to start off with the V-Line pack. It's just a 3-pack RGB. I wish I could do this every week. I think I'm going to try, if I can, I'm going to try to budget to do this every other week. So hopefully you guys stick with me on the weeks that I'm not doing giveaways. But, you know, I'll see if I can't throw some goodies away between this and sample stuff I get. You know, there's always stuff that, and frankly, I'm moving, so I've got to clear out stuff. Everything must go. We're going to have a fire sale. How do I get that? Hold on a second here. This is sloppy here, people. Come on. This goes like this. No, that, whatever. How about this? We'll just bring this down here. Okay. All right, we got everybody on. Good. It's drawing time. Here we go. Get that back. Tinkerz was here earlier. You're right. Oh, he's still here, but he doesn't need filament. Too bad, Keith. You're in. I told you, everybody gets to play tonight, and I'm going to put the burden of testing some more stuff on you if you win there. So you're in there. Okay, you guys ready? 3, 2, 1, and the winner is Wait, where's the button? Oh, here it is. Pick a random name. For the 3-pack. RGB value line rep cord. We have. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, look at that. Keith for the win at the end. Whoever tested that, I think Dan. You're probably kicking yourself right now. He came in late. He was here. He was here the whole time, but he wins. So Keith, if you decide you don't want it, you can DM me who you would like to donate it to, and we will talk about it there. So that's it. Now I'm going to pick 3 more names, and since Tinkerz already won, I'm going to pull him out, and we're going to do some beta testing. Everybody down to do some beta testing? I hope so, because it helps me out. So Matt Johnson, you're a winner. Congrats on that. That's number 1. All right, pull in MJ out. I better write this down. Tinkerz. Here, let me put it over here in my notes. Winners are Tinkerz, Keith, Matt Johnson, Matt Damon Johnson. Ding, 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 ding. Matt, congratulations. You down to help beta test some stuff? I'll send you some goodies. Filament is filament. Hopefully it doesn't crap out on you. All right, pulling Matt out, and we're going to do number 2. We have Pyro. And again, if you want to pass, guys, just DM me, and I will. Sorry. Trav, you get some filament, buddy. Or you can donate it to whoever you would like to. And the last, but certainly not the least for today's round of beta testers, we have the ever lucky Greg the Great. Greg, I know. Who do you want to? You want to do it? You want to give it away? What do you think? Go bake and go. That guy wins everything. He is so lucky. Of course it was Greg. You know what though? But it took the 4th time this time. So his luck is fading, I think. Give it away. You want me to do it right now? Should I do it? I know. Heather's birthday is on Saturday. Hey, everybody, remember to blow up Heather on her birthday this Saturday. Okay, this is her whole. We're celebrating the entire month for Heather. She's having a big old party. I got an invite, personal invite. That was very kind. I haven't RSVP'd yet. I haven't gotten my schedule for the weekend together yet, so I don't know. But maybe I'll make an appearance. I'm not sure what do you get like a 27-year-old on their birthday anymore. But yeah, I know Greg is so lucky. All right, Greg, we're gonna. You know what? I know you don't want it right now, and I'm just gonna do this again. And if you decide you change your mind or whatever, I got other stuff I can throw your way. So let's see. Let's pull Greg, and let's just pick another name here real quick. Boom. Hey, Chris. There it is. Look at that. Your 4-leaf clover, your 3-leaf clovers. You don't want to get blown up? Sorry, too bad. You get blown up. You get birthday wishes whether you like it or not. Rum plus plus is always nice. Hey, X9 is in the house. No, you are too late for the giveaway, so I'm sorry about that. But we'll probably hang for maybe another 2, 3, 5, 7, 10 minutes. I don't know. If there's anything people want to talk about, questions, concerns, we can do Q&A. All right, Practical, you get to help me, and I know you're going to be a good tester and stuff. 27 for the 10th year in a row. We won't tell anyone, Heather. We won't tell anyone. All right, hey Nick. I hope you had a good workout, buddy. Today was Nick's legs day, so he was doing some serious squats today, and I think he's sore, and so he's going to go hop in the ice bath right now. It is beta, which I know you love, to test you some stuff. So, good. Chris is going to run some stuff into the ground. All right, good. So I got Practical on there too. And you know what, guys? Don't worry. If you did not win today, we will do more of this very, very soon. Is anybody? I know Nick is. Is anybody else here going to Maker Faire? not this weekend, but next. It was nice of them to move it because I don't know if you guys knew this, but originally Maker Faire was supposed to be this weekend, but they moved it in honor of Heather's birthday so that it could be properly celebrated and so that Travis could go. Yeah. Let's see. All right. You guys want to do? Let's do a little Q&A. Tell me what you guys have been up to. Somebody asked me give me a question. Give me a hard one because I've been out of my game for a little bit. I'm getting back in. Ran some prints today. I was happy to get Squizzel on there. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Squizzel is of course featured because everything Luby does is just amazing design. Oh wait, hold on a second. We gotta jump off. We gotta go back to the main. Oh yeah, not this one. I don't need this. I'm not stripping anymore. Don't worry. Squizzle faux shizzle. You know what I'm gonna do is the real test of a good squirrel design is you put a little rope on it and you put it outside and then you hide and then you call your dog and you see if the dog chases it. So maybe we'll do a vid of that. See, I suspect Odie would go crazy because he goes insane when he sees a squirrel. Like any dog. Well, I don't know about any dog, but you know, he's got the squirrel hunting in his blood. Question: why is the sky blue? Thanks for that, Keith. Really helpful. I could go into the details of the way light passes through the atmosphere and how that happens to create that blue tint. But you guys already know that. You're smart people. Maker Faire is this week at Portland Maker Faire for MJ. You guys just had, was that, I thought you guys just had I don't think it was a Maker Faire. It was some other RepRap Maker get together. I thought like last weekend or something like that. Primarily print 3D. Would you rather fight one gorilla-sized chicken or 10 chicken-sized gorillas? That's a good question. I gotta tell you, I would much rather. Jeez. I'm gonna go chicken-sized gorillas because if you've ever owned chickens, I own like 60 chickens, and they are brutal. They are particularly carnivorous. They eat, like, a lot of people don't realize this about chickens, but they'll eat snakes, they'll eat lizards. They are like carnivores, man. They go to town. And if you had like a full size, like a gorilla sized chicken, like they would stuff up, like you, like included. Like they are hunters. They're like raptors, man. They're descended from dinosaurs, okay? They are not to be trifled with. Now that said, 10 chicken-sized gorillas, you know, gorilla like a silverback, that's one of the strongest things on the planet. But if they're chicken-sized, I don't know, I think it might have a chance, you know, kick, dodge, bobbing and weaving. It's a good question, though. I appreciate that question. Comic-Con. Predictions of Maker Faire New York events. That's a good question. You know, I'm excited. I'll bet you they do a couple different pavilions for various disciplines. It'll be interesting to see. Now, given that this is the World Maker Faire, you know, they pull out all the stops for this one. I mean, this is big. Like, people are coming from Europe. I don't have all the details of it, but it's, you know, the location will allow for it to be sprawling. Certainly gonna see some new tech demoed, I'm hoping. I would love to see some new 3D printer tech, maybe some IDEX printers and independent extruders. I know Stacker's dropping a new printer in the coming months, so they'll probably, I hope they're gonna be there teasing that. I don't know. I honestly have not had time to do any research around it, but I guarantee you there's gonna be some cool stuff. And I've got my live streaming rig set up as I'm sure you guys do as well. So we'll have to see. But hopefully I get some good coverage. I'm really looking forward to the trip. It's been a stressful, brutal, lots of stuff going on the last couple weeks here for me. So like this will be a good like regroup. I'll get to meet a lot of people in person that I've been interacting with for a long time. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Um, let's see. Maker Faire New York. Last man standing, a pyro design, or Greg the Great. Well, first of all, it's taken a lot of arm twisting to get Greg the Great to even commit to coming out. And that dude knows how to party. Now, the rumor has it, I have not gone out drinking with Pyro, but I hear he gets a little bit sleepy when he, when he drinks. He's not here to defend himself right now, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But you know what? We'll get together. We'll have some mojitos. We'll have some White Russians, you know, and we'll hug it out. We'll high five, you know, all those things. I'm looking forward to racking up the tally on Joel's high five counter. I'm sure everybody else is too. That guy is going to have a sore arm at the end of Maker Faire, no doubt. Greg wins for Travis over sure. Yeah, Chelsea's got her vote in. Wait. Now Greg is saying all he has to do is sit on. What are you guys talking about? Are we doing like a cage match now, or are we drinking? Is it a drinking competition? I don't know. You guys are crazy. Out like a light after 2. Wow, Chels, you're talking a lot of trash. What kind of game do you bring there? What do you bring to the table? Pyro says he drinks beers and passes out. Lots of beers? Not so, yeah. Well, whatever. You know, to each their own. Some of us, you know, we don't drink a lot. So hey, both. All right. That's a lot of trash talking going on. Heather says you guys are moving furniture and cleaning. It's cleaning time over at the Womack household. How nice. What's going on? You guys, what are you cleaning up for? What's being prepped? Chelsea says that she can bring it. Ask Joel. Okay, I will. I will absolutely ask Joel. Chelsea brings Garrett and the White Russians. She can hold her own. Witness. Okay, all right. All right, Chelsea. Well, good. Well, I hope I can find out firsthand someday. So, are you guys gonna do Midwest RepRap Festival? Like, when's the next opportunity I've got to see you and Garrett? Tell me. Repairs from the water dam. Yeah, let's see, Happy. Who's here that's from Florida that's been through the hurricane, or well, heck, I know Cowboys in Austin. I don't know how affected by the hurricane there they were, but anybody cleaning up after hurricanes? Is that what you guys are talking about? Yeah, Midwest RepRap Festival. I know Dustin's been talking about Cyber Dustin. You're gonna be there, right? Okay, good. And Chelsea's going there. Okay, good. So bring some White Russians. I'll meet you there. Give me the dates. Send me the dates, and then just keep poking me so that I can get it on the schedule. Heather, you better be going. If you're pumped about it, it's sad that you go to New York, but I hope you make it up to us by going to Midwest RepRap. If all goes right, might be okay. Greg, get it in the budget now, buddy. Midwest RepRap in the boys' room. I'll tell you, I was mid-RepRap in the boys' room. I'm not sure how to take that, Chris. That's maybe a clarifying comment for that one. Okay, good. Dustin's going to be there. Awesome. Greg, you got to enter the Powerball for sure. Dude, you missed your chance at like $70 billion the other day. I'm surprised you didn't. Murphin? I'm surprised you haven't. Do you play Powerball, Greg? Do you get scratchers? Do you do lotto? Do you play bingo? Do you go down to the bingo hall with the octogenarians and roll some bingo? You would clean up, dude. You'd be the most despised person at the bingo hall. You might. You know what though? But if you won, Greg, you'd have so much money that you could, hire security force. Which would be ironic considering you've been in security. You would have to hire security. Security needing security. It's like that Samuel L. Jackson movie. The bodyguard. Or, I don't know. I didn't see it, but I saw a preview. No lie. Greg says 6 years ago he won a 5K scratcher. It doesn't surprise me, dude. You win everything. You win everything. Dan, you can't wait till Midwest RepRap. I have not been. I welcome every opportunity I have to go see everybody. But with that said, we're already over time. Any last minute Q&A, I'll wait for the buffer to catch up. Anything anybody wants to get into or talk about or ideas for next time. I know I've been slacking on everything. Thanks again. Shout out to Practical for the shirt. I know you saw the unveiling, but the truth is I've been wearing it since I got it in the mail. It's starting to get a little bit ripe, so I've been just waiting to show it off, and now I'm going to go throw it in the laundry. But it's nice. It's nice to sleep in. It's a good soft, jersey fabric. If you don't have a Practical printing tee, I don't know if he's got them up for sale, but you should definitely check it out. Look at the simplicity in this design, right? Practical printing. Practical printing. It's beautiful. Chris, you designed that yourself, buddy? Yeah. 7 or 8 hour drive, like road trip. Yeah. Good night, Heather. Good luck with the cleaning and everything. All right, I'm going to sign off here. Dude, a road trip? Should I just do a road trip to Midwest RepRap from California? That's a heck of a drive. Who can I pick up on the way? We'll load up the truck and we'll just do it, right? I'll just take the route up through Jackson Hole because that's on the way, and I'll just pick everybody up. I could just rent one of those like 15 passenger vans or like a party bus, and then tour the United States. Maybe we'll just loop around and then just like a little spiral, wind up in the middle, right? Keith called shotgun already. There you go, Keith. You got it. So we're going to Midwest RepRap by way of Seattle first, apparently, because we've got a good conglomerate up there. There might be an announcement on New York Maker Faire. Cool. Well, if anybody is still thinking about it or last minute plans and going, I'll tease this, and if you guys know, there may be an extra room available in the house that Repcord rented. So I don't know. I didn't want to throw that out to like everybody, and I'll have to talk to my roomies about it. But we do have a 4th bedroom and stuff, so we'll have to see, because it'd be cool to fill that house up. Hey man, if you want to make the trip, it's gonna be a good time. Meet up on Thursday night. That's the kid-friendly one. That's at the Fat Cat Fab Lab. Joel's gonna moderate that. Stoked on that. I think Matter Hackers, Dave, like everybody who's anybody is going to be at that. And then 21 and over Saturday night, off the chain as far as nerd maker parties go, I'm sure. Yeah. Keith says, yeah, we need a 4th. Who's down? Who's down? Who can get to Midwest? Not Midwest. Who can get to Maker Faire in 2 weeks? Let's do it. All right. I know, I'm going long. I say I'm going to do a half hour, and I'm already pushing 50 here. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining. I will if you won something, DM me on the tweeters, and I'll get stuff out to your address. And hey, have a good night, everyone. Make on.